Next, we're going to use what we've learned to solve problems using tape diagrams to model the information. Mr. Khanna is icing 30 cupcakes. He spreads mint icing on 1/5 of them and chocolate on 1/2 of the remaining cupcakes. The rest are frosted with vanilla. How many are vanilla frosted? So we want to use a tape diagram to model this. So I'm going to draw a nice, neat rectangle to model all of the cupcakes. And I'm going to label that. That's 30 cupcakes. And I'm going to spread mint icing on 1/5 of them. So that means I've got to cut this up into fifths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1/5 of them are going to be mint. And I'll label it like that. And then it says chocolate on 1/2 the remaining cupcakes. Well, that means this part right here of the remaining part, this will be chocolate, my favorite. And the rest are vanilla. That means this part here will be vanilla. Now I've got to figure out how many cupcakes are in each part so I know how many are vanilla. So we're going to take 30 and we're going to do like we did in the last topic. I'm going to figure out 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 parts, so there must be 6 of them in each one of the parts. Like so. And then there must be 12 chocolate and 6 plus 6, 12 vanilla. Another way that I can figure that out using what we just learned about multiplying fractions is I could have figured out that there were 30 altogether, and when I took the 6 away I had 24 cupcakes left. And then I would need 1/2 of 24 cupcakes. And I can write that as a fraction like that, and then I can do that multiplication and get 24 halves, which equals 12. 2 different ways to get at the same information. Okay, from there, the next thing that we're going to do is multiply decimals. And as we multiply decimals, even though we did that much earlier in the year, now we're going to connect it to what we know about fractions too. So when we look at this, instead of saying 0.7 times 0.2, we're going to say what it really says, 7/10 times 2/10, and we're going to write that out as 7/10 times 2/10. And at first we're going to model yet again what that looks like on a area model. And I've already got one drawn here, which is a 10 by 10, so that I can show the first thing, which would be 2/10. And I'll show that right here. This would be 2/10. These 2 long strips down here are 2/10, and I'll shade those quickly. And then I want to show 7/10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would be 7/10, and I'm going to shade those backwards here. And then what I have are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 out of 100, or 14 hundredths, which I can write. And what we're helping kids to know is that when we multiply tenths times tenths, we get hundredths. Same thing up here, to keep that in mind so they don't say 7 times 2 is 14 and just leave it there, that they have to know the places of the place value of it and what it means in fractional terms. And then we're going to move simply to, without the area model, just again thinking about it. This would say 5 hundredths times 7/10. And we know that 5 times 7 is 35, but 35 what? 100 times 10 is 1,000. This is 35 thousandths. And when we put it back into decimal form, it'll then look like this: tenths, hundredths, thousandths. We want the 35 to end up in the thousandth place, and we got to fill in the tenths place with something, otherwise it will be in the hundredths place. So we're going to use this to connect kids back to the idea of multiplying decimals.